Our planet is home to an enormous variety of living organisms. From microscopic organisms to giant animals, life exists in an astonishing variety of forms. Organisms differ greatly in their size, structure, habitat, and characteristics. But with such enormous diversity, how can we identify and study every organism? Without an organized system, studying and comparing organisms would become extremely difficult. Even identifying organisms accurately can be challenging when there is no systematic arrangement. Common names can also create confusion because the same organism may have different names in different language regions, make universal scientific communication difficult. Common names can also create confusion because the same organism may have different names in different regions. Different languages, systems make universal scientific communication difficult. Common names. To solve this problem, scientists developed systematic ways to classify organisms, make universal scientific communication difficult. Classification means problem, arranging organisms into groups based on their similarities and differences, make universal scientific communication difficult. Classifications with similar characteristics can be placed together in appropriate groups, make universal scientific communication. Classifications with important differences can be placed into separate groups, make universal scientific communication. Classificationized arrangement makes the vast diversity of life easier to understand, make universal scientific communication.
Classification helps us identify organisms more efficiently.
It also makes the scientific study of organisms more systematic. Classification allows scientists to compare organisms and understand their similarities and differences. It also makes scientific communication about organisms clearer and more effective. It also makes scientific communication about organisms Instead of studying millions of organisms randomly, scientists can study them systematically. Therefore, classification is essential for identification, scientific study, comparison, and communication. The enormous diversity of organisms makes classification necessary for their systematic study. NEET Quick Revision. Classification organizes biodiversity. It helps identify organisms, makes study systematic, and simplifies comparison and communication. In short, classification brings order to the enormous diversity of life. But who identifies organisms, gives them scientific names, and places them into groups? In the next video, we begin our journey into taxonomy. Earth has an enormous biodiversity, making organisms difficult to study. Common names create confusion and differences. Systematic study becomes easier.